like to remind everyone that this show is brought to you by the Dolphin Wars.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to King Dolphin TV, episode 270. Can't believe we're 30 episodes away from episode 300. Can't believe that at all. I am Raymond, author of the Dolphin Wars trilogy of books and ruler of the greatest pod on YouTube. And I'd like to welcome you all to another special interview. We have here tonight Jill Edlich from the Ravenwood Foundation and the Ravenwood Faire. Welcome, Jill.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Oh, glad to have you. Before we get started here, and I'm kind of going to kvetch because I want to get some other people here. Because this is going to be a fun one. I do love Renaissance fairs, so I've been looking for this one for a while. So before we get going, if you like what we're doing here, if you love these interviews, if you love these the fun we have on Just Cuz, if you love all the chatting we do, please like and subscribe. And if you are also so inclined, please, I've put the tip stream on the beginning of the YouTube stream, so you could put some ducats in the bucket and help keep the lights on in this channel. Keep a certain polar bear in his feed, because you know polar bears that are hangry are no fun. They are not fun at all. So please do that. Before we get going here, I would like to welcome those people who are here in the chat. We've got my producer, Sandra. This is a Sandra Feliciano production in color. Love you, honey, and thank you for everything that you do. And somebody is going to get a celebration probably on Sunday on Just Cuz. So I just want to start doing the warning there. Love you, honey. And then we have my amazing Grinches. We've got the most dangerous man in YouTube, Beck for Hire, and his amazing memes. We have, here's a new person here. We have Irina Price. Welcome. Glad you are here. Yes. I want to welcome everybody, so I want to make sure that everybody gets noticed. So welcome, Irina Price. Please like and subscribe if you like what we're doing here. All right. And then we've got, again, the most dangerous man on YouTube. Oh, wow. See, I got to kvetch, Jill, because people start coming in. People got to start coming in, and I got to recognize them, because these people are what makes the chat great. We have, welcome to Takeda Sig. Welcome. Glad you could be here. And then we have the ever secretive the ever wonderful Agent Pepsi one of my wrenchers. And of course, all right, so I will welcome people as we go because I don't want anybody to left out, especially this guy, the hardest working bear on the internet. And because you got to welcome him because he doesn't like being ignored. And he does have a lot of teeth. Soda pupas! Q bar. Dot scream. Hashtag roar. Let's have a great show. I want one of those turkey legs too. Doesn't have to be separated either. And hello, Dalek451. How are you? Okay, so I know people ignore the rules, but how we do this is we will ask ice-breaking questions and to get to know Jill, and then after that, I open up to you guys. So please get ready to ask your questions here, and we are going to have a great time. All right, so let's begin. Okay, so Jill, please give us a little bit about yourself outside of what. Tell us what did you do before you started thinking about this foundation or the Renaissance Fair?
Well, I guess I have to start back to New Jersey, which is where I'm originally from. And when I started going to Renaissance fairs, my home fair was in New York, Tuxedo, New York. And for years, I was going to fairs and just absolutely loved it. Fast forward to 2012, moved down here to Winchester, fell in love with the area. First started off with real estate, still kind of do that on the side. But my passion is running events. And I started the foundation first and foremost, because when I moved down here with my children, I found a lack of places for them to have fun on the, summertime, after school, from like 12 and up. So I felt the need to try to start this foundation to try to, provide something for children 12 and up, because for some reason, anything that's offered around here, that's the cutoff. And so that's kind of what started me off with the foundation. And it's kind of funny. It's hard to say, like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Was it the fair or the foundation? And we still to this day kind of go back and forth. But the fair is actually our biggest fundraiser of the year, and that helps to support the foundation. And
Okay.
we've been rolling since 2019.
Wow.
Yeah.
You just answered. That's okay. So
the next question. Did I jump ahead?
so what made you think you needed to create Ravenwood?
Well, so the fair itself, we're in an area that's Civil War, really, lots of history, if you will. So I kind of already felt that bringing something, to kind of also educate with history, but European history, and dressing up, a lot of the Civil War reenactors and stuff, they like to dress up as well. And so it I felt kind of went hand in hand, and I thought that would be kind of cool to have something that's not in that time period, do something a little different. And our first year, 2019, it was great. We had a 2-day fair, and the attendance was almost 3,000 people. It was a really great feeling.
Wow, nice. As I said at the beginning, I have been, thanks to my beloved wife, I have gotten into the Renaissance Fair scene, and we both enjoy it a lot. She's been in it a lot more than I have, but it's still a lot of fun. So the purpose of the foundation only, what is that about?
So the foundation was formed so that we can help children, the 12 to 17-year-old range, but obviously, a little younger, a little older. We don't discriminate. But being able to provide something for them, especially summer camp, that's kind of was my main focus, really. Something for children to do in the summertime who might not be sports inclined, or because, there's a lot of sports camps and, things like that. But we wanted to do something a little bit more, little different, maybe a little more outdoorsy, teaching, everyday things, cooking, that sort of thing. Just a little bit of everything, just life skills. But different, like I said, than the typical camps that they have already out there.
Okay. And then the Renaissance Fair ties into that by being the
Right.
fundraising piece.
Yes, that is our biggest fundraiser of the year. We started off having it for one weekend, and we saw such a need for it. And at the end of I think it was either our second or third year, I gave in because everybody kept saying, you have to go for longer. We wish you guys were here for 2 weekends, 3 weekends, because a lot of the Renaissance fairs around us, the Maryland one, of course, that's been around forever, and the Virginia Ren Fair that's in Spotsylvania, they run for several weekends in a row, but they're pretty established.
And of course,
the
the Mount Hope one in Pennsylvania.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Those are
that seems to be the longest. That seems to be the longest one, longest in duration.
Oh, in duration. Yeah. I think you're right. I think they might be either 1 or 2 weekends more than Maryland, because Maryland runs for pretty long too. I think it's 9 weekends.
Yeah, because they go. They run from. Sandra, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they run from midsummer through November.
13 weeks.
13?
Oh, 13 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, they run 13 weeks. Because I know they do Halloween stuff and so.
And then they do stuff all through the seasons.
Yeah, and then they've also got other performance stuff too.
Well, and that's because they're out of the winery over there.
Yeah,
and frankly, that kind of makes me segue into what our goal is to find a permanent place for the fair and the foundation, so that we can be like the Pennsylvania Ren Fair, where there are events all throughout the year to sustain the property and that sort of thing. So
so
our goal.
So is the Renaissance Fair that you do you have a lot of performance artists? Do you tell us about your particular venue?
Sure. Well, so we now have 3 stages. We started off with 1, then went to 2, and now we have 3 stages. We have everything from magicians to a troupe that does Shakespeare while sword fighting. What else? We've got Sean Healy band. We have so many musicians. What else? Of course, the jousting. which
Oh,
is
you
in a
have
whole
jousting?
other area. Yep,
Oh,
we
wow.
have jousting. We have an awesome, awesome group that comes down from New York, actually,
Oh, wow.
every year. Yep, and they perform, and they are outstanding.
That's good.
And they also do some fighting, combat fighting and that sort of thing as well. We also do have some horse shows. This year we're going to have some more horse shows, actually 2 or 3 of them. So yeah, there's a little bit of stuff for everyone.
Good.
Yeah.
How many weekends do you do?
So we are now 2 weekends.
2 weekends.
This year it's October 18th to the 20th, and then
Mhm.
October 25th to the 27th.
No, not right now, not able to go further than that, like for
Oh, we could. We could. Yeah, I have rumblings and, thoughts already that probably this will be the last year that we have 2 weekends. We're ready to go ahead and bump it up to 3 or 4. It's just, our organization is all volunteer based.
Okay.
So having the volunteers, helping out and being able to commit, which I have an amazing group. I couldn't be more blessed right now. But I also don't want to scare them away and go
Well,
into like
that's
3 and 4 weekends and have them be like, all right, enough already, Jill. But yeah, we're just hoping it'll grow and more people will see how much fun it is, and it's all for a great cause, and hopefully we'll be able to grow.
yeah, because one thing we noticed um, and again, my wife could tell more about it, but she, we like it, but they started to, as time went on, the fair started to become more Disney-fied, and it lost a lot of its
Charm,
it
right?
lost,
Kind of
yeah,
like,
lost a lot of
yeah.
its charm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
uh
Which is
okay.
tough. It's
Yeah.
tough as a business to not, you have to, weigh it. You're obviously charging for people to come in, right? And
Mhm.
so, we're paying the magicians, the musicians, all that entertainment. Um, and yeah, it's hard to keep the charges down sometimes.
Yeah.
But we don't
Um,
want to do that. We don't want to grow too big. I mean, everybody would probably yell at me and go, Jill, what are you talking about? You want to grow? And I do want to
yeah.
grow, don't get me wrong. But I also don't want to get too big. Kind of like
Yeah.
the small town feel. It's nice.
Okay. And you said you've been running this since how long? Both the foundation and the fair?
2019.
2019. So, okay, let me
Yeah.
ask the big question. When
Right.
the bug hit, how bad did it hurt?
You mean the plague? The Black Plague?
Ooh.
So we
Yeah, the
played
Black
on
Plague.
that.
That's right. Let's call it the Black.
We had to play on that. So yep, 2019 was our first, of course. That was awesome. We come around for our next year, and here's the plague. And so we were lucky because we are an outdoor event. So
Okay.
that it was a lot more wiggle room, if you will. With that, we still at that point we still had that a limit from what I'm not pretty sure. We still had a limit, but we had the ticker at the front door, and we were just counting people as they come in and go out, and just making sure everybody was, keeping their distance and having fun anyway. And of course, that was definitely the year where we had a lot of plague doctors walking around because, as you know, anything goes. Yeah, at the Ren Fair. You could have a plague doctor. You could have Darth Vader. You could have people dressed as mushrooms. That's kind of the fun part about it, is you can kind of do what you want, wear what you want, you know, kick back, have fun with it.
So right now you aren't at the point where you do like themed shows like you have. Like you don't have themed shows, so it's just you come in and you
Have fun.
okay.
Just have fun. And of course, we tell people all the time, because not everybody's comfortable getting dressed, right? And putting on a costume and doing all that. So we tell everybody, you know, you come as you are, however you want. And often what we see is people come in dressed in, you know, t-shirt, shorts, or, you know, whatever. And at the end of that fair, they're trying to pick out, you know, and plan what their next costume, you know, garb, if you
Yeah.
it's not a costume, it's garb.
No, it's garb. Yes.
They're going to pick what they're going to wear, you know, for next year. And that's a lot of the vendors too. As you walk around, you can literally put together an outfit as you walk through the fair, because you'll have, you know, corsets, and you'll have the boots being sold, and you'll have swords being sold, and
Yep, I bought the
ears, you know.
I've gotten my outfit, or I've gotten a good chunk of my outfit at a fair.
See,
My sword, Sandra has made a couple. She's made her stuff and my stuff, so we're
see the bug bit you. You see,
yeah,
that's what
all right.
happens.
Okay, let's see. How many are in your team? How many volunteers roughly?
So I have a core group that is with us throughout the year, because, you know, so besides Ravenwood Fair, we do other events as well. And in fact, we have an event coming up this weekend called the Age of the Viking, and we're going to be dressed as Vikings, actually, in Culpeper at Mountain Run Winery. But the core group that I have is about 22 people.
Okay.
And they are with me, you know, throughout the year. But we then also start, you know, around July, asking for people to help volunteer specifically for the fair, for Ravenwood Fair. And we get about anywhere between 75 to 85 people per day. So that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we have several people that volunteer the whole weekend because they like having fun and being around it. And, you know, you volunteer, you get to have a meal, you get a t-shirt, and then you get to walk around and have fun.
Okay. I gotta send something to my creator real quick. Okay. Now I'm gonna go through some of the comments here.
Okay.
And then we'll open. In the meantime, while I'm going through some of the comments, I'm opening up. Ask away, chat. This is your time. Let's see. The Legatus Legionii put the fair site. Here's the location. Now, is this
looks like I need to get him on my team to be our marketing. He's got all the info. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so now is this Northern Virginia Central or?
Well, I guess I don't know. You know, to me, it feels like it's northern, but if I say it's northern New Jersey, Northern Virginia, people are like, oh no, we're, you know, well, I guess we're in Winchester. We're Clearbrook, but close to Winchester.
You're near Winchester.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay. I know it's you know, it's tough. I think more people know Winchester than they do Clearbrook. So it's kind of tough sometimes when I say Clearbrook and people don't know exactly where that is.
Yep, and here's more information. I'm just going to pass this through because you guys can go onto the website. All right, his first question.
Yes.
How does this differ from the Society of Creative Anachronism? Is the SCA more centered around a tournament while Ravenwood is more about a medieval fair?
Okay, well, so I'll answer that as best I can because I don't know. I've never been in the SCA, but of course we have a lot of people who are involved with Ravenwood that are a part of the SCA, and the SCA does several, things throughout the year, and then there's different kingdoms throughout, the entire United States. It's huge. It's a huge group. So I guess they kind of overlap, if you will. Ravenwood, yes, it's a medieval fair, and a lot of people who are in the SCA come, and then a lot of people who are in the SCA go to Ravenwood. So it's a back and forth. I forgot what the rest of the question was. I don't want to.
Let's see.
How does it differ?
Is the SCA? Come on.
Oh well. Oh,
Is
so
it
actually,
more centered around the tournament, while the Ravenwood is about the medieval fair?
I guess in a sense, yes. But again, I can't speak for the SCA, totally because I've never been. But I do know that they are. I feel from the outside very serious about staying within the time periods too, and with Ravenwood, we're a little bit more. We're not as strict about it, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word, if I want to say that, but like, if you want to come as a fairy, you can come as a fairy. If you want to be dressed in the 1400, or Viking or barbarian, we have all of that. And I think that might be the difference too. Is the SCA is definitely more serious, I think. But I do know that they like having more and more people join them as well. So we're kind of the same way with Ravenwood. We want more people.
Jill,
Yes.
I have to pause and leave for a moment.
Sure.
So, guys, I will be right back. Okay, I am back.
Okay.
Just had a little bit of technical difficulties, but okay. So we've answered this question,
Yes.
and now we're going to get into the. Now I've got a surprise.
Okay.
Hear ye! Hear ye! King
Oh my
Dolphin is welcoming the cat to
That's great.
the fair. This, hear ye, hear ye.
You ready to volunteer?
I'm ready to
We'll get you
volunteer.
signed up real quick.
The headphones are kind of holding it there, but it's hear ye, hear
Oh,
ye.
there you go. We couldn't see the crown before.
Yes, sir. I am now. Oh, King Dolphin welcomes you to the fair.
There you go.
Yes. What better place to introduce King Dolphin? King, yes. Yes, the cape was made by Sandra. Yes, I do. I do. Complete with the proper scepter for King Dolphin. So, yes, Sandra made this, and we just, Bet called me out on this. So, yes, Fett called me out on this, and you know I can't let a challenge go. So, hear ye, hear ye. Welcome to the pod, and welcome from King Dolphin. All right, so let us continue. Yes, I look like King Dolphin. See, be careful what you ask for, Fett. All right, so, and Legatus Legionii is here. So, welcome. Glad you're here now. All right, so let's continue with the comments and the. Okay. All right. So your alias is Baroness Adela of Ravenwood.
Yes.
What brought that on?
Well, so Adela is actually my grandmother's name, who was from Hungary.
Mhm.
And so I wanted to kind of honor her, and I picked the name Adela. And Baron and Baroness, my husband, who's the Baron and I'm the Baroness, is just something that came about from the beginning. We just call ourselves the Baron and Baroness of Ravenwood.
All right. Snorapoopa says I'm here early for the turkey legs and beer. And speaking of turkey legs, let's show some pictures. Let's see. These are pictures from the fair. And of course, it would not be King Dolphin TV without a picture of food of some type.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Snort, the turkey legs. Okay, let's see. Keep going down. I'm looking.
Can't have Ren Fair without turkey legs.
Nope, cannot.
That and mead.
Oh, yes, the mead. Oh, yeah. Okay. Irina Price, welcome to the pod. I misread your name as Princess first. I thought you. See, this is what brought it on. I thought you came here to dethrone the king, which wouldn't be difficult because he wouldn't wear a crown on camera. Well, see, you call me out. You call me out. It's going to happen.
There you go.
Yep, I can't be King Dolphin without a crown. And this crown Okay. Sandra's home fair is Mount Hope, part of the Wenches. We actually haven't been to the Maryland one when we lived in Maryland, and we've only been to the West Virginia one once. It's just so far away. It's in Greenbrier.
Right.
Yeah. So she's a wench. Yeah.
There you go.
And Sandra's the impact wrench. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I was Snortopoopas says I was dressed medievally for the first couple fairs, but later started wearing steampunk. Always iconoclastic. Anachronistic. There it goes.
tongue twister.
There's 13. Yeah, I know. All right. And Sandra says, I made my own garb and half of Raymond's. This cape is one of Sandra's creations. She's very
nice. Very nice. Yeah, that's what ends up happening. Either you're buying your garb or you end up making it yourself. And
yeah. And my scepter is very appropriate.
Absolutely.
It's a dolphin. Let's see. Irina says they age out of 4-H between 13 and 14, so there's nothing productive for kiddos to do. My son lives for Ravenwood.
Yeah, so true. Yeah, it's like the lost years for some reason. I don't know why. They just they don't cater to that age group.
Interesting. Agent Pepsi One says I would love to go to such a fair. I went to a Mardi Gras ball this year, which had an antebellum theme. Loved wearing the dress, but it was so hard to get into. Snortopoopas says I spent my first fair guarding the king and protecting them from sand fleas and wood nymphs.
Okay.
A properly laced bodice lets you slouch and holds you up, so it also makes it hard to breathe properly.
Yeah, no kidding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah, Sandra's in the Wenches Guild. He asks, do you hire an actual jousting company or actors who joust?
An actual jousting company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And in fact, I think I saw they are currently performing at the New Jersey Ren Fair in Sparta.
Okay.
Yeah, all up and down the East Coast, I've seen them. Okay. They're wonderful. Great.
Sandra knows the trope. Let's see. Takeda Sig says there was a tightrope walker last year.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Squire on the Wire is his name. And we've had him for several years now.
Oh, okay. My oldest worked for the Hanlon Lee Jousting Company for several years and became with them.
Yeah, they're the ones that are running the West Virginia Fair. And I think they have another one out west in Midwest, possibly. Yeah, I have yet to go out to that one. I definitely want to check it out.
Oh, okay. Agent Pepsi says a friend of my aunt helped me get dressed, got squeezed into a corset. She laced it so tight I could hardly breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very reminiscent of the Pirates of the Caribbean. In that beginning scene where she's overcome by her corset and passes out and falls into the water, and then Johnny Depp goes and saves her.
Phantom Outsider. Hello, Phantom Outsider, who says, "Hail chat, what does a steampunk polar bear look like?" Asking Snort. Our great polar bear baiter. Agent Pepsi One says even wore the hoops. It was an interesting experience. That being said, I would much rather wear an evening gown that is a bit tight. Like a bear dressed in Victorian clothing. All right, let's see here. Sandra says, I love dressing up. One thing I miss from the PA fair is they used to do a lot of improv. The founder sold it and it became Disney-fied. Well, like we talked. And
Yeah.
an explosion of pubs. Nowhere near as fun.
Yeah, that's something we're definitely working on now. In fact, we have a new artistic director who holds auditions, and we accept anybody that wants to come on out and have some fun. And that's part of the experience, being able to kind of walk around the fair and have people interact with you and talk to you, and you know, that's the whole part of it. That's the whole experience.
Yep. Yeah. And it's sad that they start bringing in all the pubs.
Yeah.
Have wholesome food.
Yeah.
Maybe one or two of the mead, but
Right.
let's see.
Yeah, you have to cater to everybody. You know,
Yep.
so having a good selection of things, and that's what we've been working on as well, is getting more food vendors and, you know, being able to offer all different types of foods.
Sandra says, I used to have people ask to get their picture with me in garb. Since I made my own garb, it looks better than what's sold commercially.
Sure, I'm sure.
Yeah. And there's the entrance to the fair. Let's see. Is that showing? Yep. Okay, good.
That's
There's
our
the entrance
greeters
to the fair.
that greet you as you walk in.
Okay. That's a nice entrance. I mean, that's a nice
you.
looking entrance for a venue that small.
Thank you. We're very proud of it.
With steam power accoutrements, and Snort wears his rubber human suit. They're rubber human suits. They're most steampunk. Let's see. Let's see. She also makes sure she has somewhere for the bodice dagger. Always does. It's because it's made with love. You can immediately tell. Yeah. Let's see. Snort doesn't go heavy on the mechanicals, mostly just European influence garb. Okay. Let's see. Why are you wearing that body armor? I thought you said bring a suit of armor. Yes, Snort. It's in the Shenandoah. It's in the Shenandoah Valley.
Yep, we're located at the Frederick County Fairgrounds in Clearbrook, which is right next to Winchester, right off of 81. Nice and easy to get to.
Okay. And Phoenix Fox Jim says it's so much easier to say just outside of Winchester when talking to people where it's at. Yep.
Yeah.
And Chi, also known as blah blah, blah blah. Okay. Let's see. Any more questions? Let's see. Having been a member of the SCA some years ago, I think they're less into the public performances and more into their own internal shenanigans. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Again, I can't say I don't know enough about the SCA, but well, that's why we have the fair, you know, for people to come and have a good time, enjoy themselves, and of course, you know, for a good cause.
And Phoenix says, I would say as someone in the SCA, that's fairly accurate.
Yeah.
Let's see. Phantom Outside, it says, at this fair, is it permissible or encourages to unleash devastating raids on local villages? He's asking for a bear friend.
Is it permissible or occurs to unleash devastating raids on local fish? Well, we do have Vikings and barbarians as well that sometimes have raids. There's all kinds of things that go on throughout the fair.
You lost the dolphin and gained the king.
There you go.
Yeah, see? Yes. Yeah, okay, let's see. All right. Let's see. No, he's been a good boy. He just went to the doctor. Our dog Drake. You can't see him because I've got this green screen on. All right, let's see. Well, now you know Legatus. And it's all his fault. It's all the fat guy's fault. Boy.
Rough crowd, huh?
Yeah. Paging King Dolphin. Paging King Dolphin. Okay. And yes, I'm meeting Fet's challenge. Okay. And he says, now he looks like King Dolphin. Yes, and you will bow to me, Fet. Okay, I'm looking. No, this is going to be the most of it. Yes, the mighty dolphin scepter. Okay. How many acres is? Oh, you said you had the Fet. You said you actually used the fairgrounds.
So at the fairgrounds, we use about 7 acres for the actual fair part, and then for the parking, probably about the same, about 5 to 7 acres. So that's
Okay.
kind of what we're looking for, actually, around that size, property that we can possibly have the fair and the foundation and camp and that sort of thing throughout the year.
Okay.
Parking
Well,
is always the challenge. So
yeah. How many people do you get in the fair? How many on a good weekend?
Yeah, we had over 3,000 people each weekend last year.
That's not bad for a small fair like that.
Yeah. Yep, we're very happy about that.
Yeah. And there's a few of the players there. And
yeah,
yes, I have a kilt.
On guard. They're great. They are the Shakespearean players. They do sword and sing and do plays, and they're phenomenal. We've had them these past 3 years now.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Are you talking about the calves of human or what one eat at a barbecue? Do you have food trucks or you bring vendors in?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
There's food trucks and there's, vendors that kind of set up a tent, and we try to keep with our local, people, but also some people from Pennsylvania, Maryland, all around.
Okay. Okay, so Sandra gave King Dolphin TV a cape and scepter, but no shirt or pants. Guess that's where the King Dolphin TV branded onesie comes in handy. And let's see. Question: Jousting company, and mead and turkey legs. Are you associated with medieval times?
No, We are not associated with medieval times. I've been several times, and I recommend you go. It's great. It's a great
we've
time.
been there. We've been there.
We do have a feast, though. This is going to be our second year that we're doing the feast. And it is kind of a similar medieval time-ish kind of thing, where there is food and entertainment and mead, of course, and other drinks. It went over so well last year that we're doing it again this year.
Okay. There was a music video from Bonnie Tyler where these were two jousting in armor while riding motorcycle. That would be something interesting to see.
Right.
Let's see. Yeah, for those that don't know, Medieval Times is a commercial outfit that does dinners and performances. Yep. And you can find them like places like Baltimore, Las Vegas,
New Jersey. That's where I went to my first one, and then when we moved out here, we went to the one in Baltimore. It was great. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. And we went dressed. We all got dressed in our stuff, and yep, it was fun.
I had some improv class with the director of the PA Ren Fair a long time ago. I also had some stage fighting classes with their fight director. Nice. Yeah, you should see all the swords we have. Nice. Speaking of swords.
Yes.
Do you peace tie?
We peace tie. Yes. Okay. Yes.
What that means for the uninitiated. Go ahead.
Yeah, as you walk in at the front gate, if you are carrying any type of weapon, whether if it's LARP type weapons, obviously that's okay. But if it is with a blade or spikes or any of that sort of thing, we peace tie, which means is that we take a more modern type of way of securing it. We do a zip tie and zip tie the armor to your belt or your hook, wherever you have it, and this way it cannot be drawn, and that is for safety reasons, of course.
Okay. I love pub food. I love pub food too. It's just when that's all that's there. Let's see. Yeah, like Sandra says, a few are great, but at the single fair location, there's at least a dozen. It's just too many pubs and not enough places to just get food.
Right.
Takeda Sig asks, what is the event you're doing this weekend and when is it?
Okay, well, so this weekend we are doing what's called Age of the Viking, and it's a mead and Viking festival, and that's going to be at Mountain Run Winery in Culpeper, and it's June 8th. It's going to start at 11 a.m. and it finishes at 5, and then there's actually a Viking feast, which is kind of like a separate ticketed event that runs from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. There is camping also. If patrons want to camp, a slight fee added to the ticket, and you're able to camp there as well.
Okay, great. If you want, put it. If you want to put the link out there, the information, you can put it in the private chat, and I'll post it.
Private chat, sure.
Yeah. Phantom Outsider went camping once in Shenandoah Valley as a kid. Was freezing in the AM in August, so never did that again. Well, yeah. I've never camped in a...
well, there will be several fires. Some nice campfires going.
You need Bavarians, not barbarians. You can have both. Okay, and then we have Pudgy Hedgehog Adventures. He's waving, working on official hedgehog stuff and listening. Are you gonna ask the question, Pudgy? Are you gonna ask the special question? All right. King Dolphin TV. I can see a fetch short in your future. I could see a fetch short in my future too. Several. Pudgy hugs everyone. Hello, Pudgy Hedgehog. We wear dirndls too, at least the women do, and some of them mean, but they're scary looking. Okay. And he did. Snort asked how many people visit the fair on a daily basis. Ooh, okay. So you said 3,000 for the
We had
weekend.
3,000 total. Yeah. So just about anywhere from 750 to 1,000 people per day.
That's a good showing.
Yeah.
That is a very good.
Yeah. We're proud of that. We're very, very happy.
Agent Pepsi 1 wants me to ask you if she could come as a barbarian. I could wear my dirndl and some body armor.
Absolutely.
There you go, Agent Pepsi 1. The play's the thing wherein I will catch the conscience of the king. Now, speaking of music, the bands that you get, are they local bands, or have you been lucky to get some of the more well-known medieval type bands, such as like Tartan Tears? Or
we have a good mixture of musicians that come. We had and have Boom Boom Shake, which is like their musician and also belly dancing at the same time. We've had Sean Healy, who is actually, I mean, he's known all around. He's unbelievable musician. Bohemia, which is a local Celtic kind of rock band that plays in all the fairs all around, and other, venues as well. Yeah, so we have a big variety of music.
Okay. Let's see. Our Wenches Guild went in garb last one year, and the actors engaged us in conversation about our garb. Nice. Oh, that's a good question. Are you a member of the Wenches Guild?
I am not.
Okay.
I didn't know there was a Wenches Guild.
Perhaps you and Sandra should talk, and maybe you could set up a guild.
Perhaps.
Yes. Let's see. For those who have had too much mead or unruly, do you place them into a pillory?
Well, so we are careful about that. We have, a few, there's two actually taverns on the property that are run by Winchester Brew Works, who is a local brewery. And they are careful to not overserve. And anyone that does not feel well enough to go home, they will, we help them get home either by Uber or, some other way of getting home.
Okay, let's see. Morning star for me and a bayonet at the waist. I guess that could substitute for a dagger. Let me let's get this. Copy the link. Good comments. And there's the Viking Age of the Viking Mead, the Viking Festival. Okay. Some people have a bad habit of drawing their blades and showing off. Not a safe practice when you're surrounded by crowds. Yep, that's why they're
Correct.
peace state.
Right.
Wait, if no weapons can be drawn, how are knaves to be smited? Well, probably they're part of the performers,
Correct.
but a strong clout on the noggin will handle those occasions. And Tim, FKHC, hello, sir. He says, it is King Dolphin, King Raymond, the Dolphin Hearted. I like that. I think I'll use that.
There you go.
Yeah. King Raymond, the Dolphin Hearted. My patented dolphin scepter. Let's see. I see your tickets is currently saying, sorry, online registration is closed. Does your events usually sell out? How early is it to best get tickets?
Oh, so if you're referring to Ravenwood Fair, that is, those tickets are not on sale yet. That's going to start June 15th. We're waiting until after the Viking Festival so that then we can focus on, the fair. And no, we don't sell out. And all the tickets are for any day. They're not date specific. We know that a lot of the fairs around have turned to that in order to kind of keep their numbers, in check and not have overcrowding, because a lot of the fairs have become, overcrowded.
Yeah,
But we don't need to do that. We have nice wide open space.
Yep. Yeah, the only thing one of the things I have, because I have asthma issues going up and down Mount Hopes, is the hills. Oh my God, the hills. Oh my God.
That's tough. That is tough. The fairgrounds is pretty level, so you can take it in stride.
Okay. Tim asks, is there a sideshow?
So as far as I don't know what they mean by that, but we have three stages, and there's constantly something going on, as well as the jousting and the horse shows as well.
Okay.
Yeah, there's always some form of entertainment going on throughout.
Medieval Times is in Linden, New Jersey. If you go south a ways to Newark, they have tournaments there too, but there are few winners. All right. Okay, let's see. What is a dirndl? I'll have to find out.
It's the short pants with the almost kind of like
The
suspenders.
lederhosen.
Yeah.
Lederhosen. I know them by lederhosen, Agent Pepsi 1. Sandra put the link to the Wenches Guild.
Oh, okay, great.
So you can check it out.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. At this point, I'm very careful what I wear. Not even for charity would I try it these days. Okay. Talking about musicians, does Brinley the Bard sing of historical medieval events or of past Ravenwood events, or both?
So Brinley the Bard, is he talking about, we have Baldric the Balladeer, and he kind of performs at several different fairs. And at ours, his name is Baldric the Balladeer. And if that's who they're referring to, he has a whole repertoire, tons of things that he sings about.
Okay.
He's wonderful. And actually, he's going to be performing at the Age of the Viking event this weekend as well.
Oh, okay. All right, and here's the next. Let's see. This one. Okay, here's the next batch of pictures. A costume wearer.
That is actually one of our court jesters.
Oh, a court jester. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The king and queen.
Yep, that's myself and my husband.
Okay. Wow, that is a sword.
That is my husband's sword. He allowed me to use that for the pictures. And to the right there is Glenn Maddox. He's our trinket trader. So if you come to the fair with some trinkets, he just might trade with you.
All right. Okay, you got to explain this one.
So that is Big Whimsy is the name of her troupe. And boy, they do everything from soup to nuts. So she is, she's stilt walking. She also, her husband also stilt walks with her. They also have a band. They play music for us as well. You name it, they do it. They're an incredibly talented group of people. We've had them every year at Faire.
Okay. All right. Well, now we're getting into the German nobility. I am Colonel Christian Gottfried Alexander Graf Falke von Falkenhorst to you. And Sandra is the Duchess of Martinsburg. No, she is Queen Dolphin. She is Queen Dolphin. Ah, a dirndl is a traditional dress. The lederhosen is for men. Okay. I never heard it. And here I was in Germany, and I never heard them.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Okay. I've been corrected. Let's see. Okay. Are there any other questions out there? Please, guys, this is your time. Let's ask away. All right, I'm going to ask, what is your favorite cookie?
My favorite what?
Cookie.
Cookie.
Yeah. Pudgy usually asks what is the favorite question, but I guess he's doing hedgehog stuff, so.
Oh, okay. Favorite cookie? Chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip, okay. I just never knew what the outfit was. Let's see. Okay. Legatus asks, what era country are your fairs based on? As different countries during the medieval era, did things vary slightly differently?
So, we started off with the 1400s to the 1700s, and then we found that was a little limiting, frankly. So especially we have Vikings, we have, barbarians, and now you're going into the 700s and the 600s. And so we kind of left it open really to the 700s to the 1700s. And as far as countries, we didn't want to pick one specifically or focus on one specifically. So we've got, Scottish and French and Italian, everything. We have a mixture of everything. And this way it doesn't limit, and everybody can come as they want to and represent, whatever time period or country they want.
Well, what
We
was funny?
I'm sorry. We actually had a Mongolian person as well, dressed in Mongolian, which was awesome. I'm trying to think of what other. That's something actually that I probably should pay a little bit more attention to, but I'm always running around like a chicken without a head, frankly, trying to run things. So it's kind of hard sometimes to focus on the people and seeing what everybody's wearing.
Okay. I got a kick during the Doctor Who's 50th anniversary that when we saw Queen Elizabeth come and there was the Doctor, and then they got married. The very first thing I send to Sandra is, there goes all the Ren fairs from now on.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. Now everybody at a Ren fair is going to have at least one Doctor.
Right.
Okay.
Well, some of the fairs have time travel weekend.
Oh, okay.
So, at some point we'll get there.
Phoenix Fox Jim asks, since 2019 onward, what has been a favorite moment involving the fair or foundation that you would like to share? That's a good question.
Favorite moment. Wow. There's so many times where I kind of sit there, or stand there, I should say, in the middle of it all while things are hustling and bustling, and say, how awesome it is to have all these great people, with all their love and support, helping to make all this happen every year. So it's hard to kind of pinpoint a specific time. It's just overall been incredibly rewarding, being able to have this every year and have so many people come and enjoy themselves, and kind of, as they say, walk back in time and kind of forget about, real life things for a while.
Good idea.
It's kind of nice.
Now, for the kids, the stuff the proceeds, what event do you have the kids involved in the fair? Is that your way of, or do you provide like stuff outside of fair type things to the kids that your foundation does?
So that's what we're working towards this year. Actually, we're going to have our first family day to kind of introduce everybody to the camp and our goals and what we plan on achieving. We are still kind of in talks about where exactly we're going to be having the camp. But eventually that is the proceeds of the fair and any other events that we do are going to go towards running a camp for children for the summertime, where they can, like we said, that, 12 to 17-year-old range, where they can kind of do outdoor things, archery, and that's kind of where the fair ties in with the foundation, keeping a little bit in that theme, and doing outdoor type stuff, but also, throw in some rock climbing or, some hiking or some nature walks, learning about, the outdoors, that sort of thing.
Oh, okay. All right. And then Fat is giving us a gift here. He's ready for the fair.
Yeah. Mandalorian.
Yep. Let's see.
We have had Mandalorians.
Huh?
We have had Mandalorians at the fair.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, some of these things are amazing. The work that people put into their garb and their outfits and stuff is just, it's great.
Fed is asking you, how is it, pie or cheesecake?
Cheesecake
Cheesecake. All right.
with raspberry drizzle on top.
Oh, yummy. Yummy.
Yeah,
Yes, it's not a King Dolphin TV show unless we talk about food.
absolutely.
Yep. All right, let's see. Snorri. The question comes up on this is for you, Snore. The question comes up on a lot of fairs I've been to. But what exactly do you do with the drunken sailor?
Well, we don't make we make sure that they don't get drunk to start off with. We have to be careful, and yeah, there's we haven't run into that situation yet, so knock wood, as they say. So
isn't it hard when the Spartans, Romans, Mongolians, and Alexander the Great forces all show at pubs at the same time? And Snort says, just make sure they get all served. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. What's this? I've learned early on not to send them to get me something without having a specific product written down or a sample. For men, you have to be very precise. Here we go. Ooh, I don't even let them get anything without detailed instructions. Will there be a ye old tractor pull?
No, there's no tractor pulls.
That would be a horse pull or something like that.
Right.
Dancer. I went to a fair one time when they had Dressed Like a Pirate Day. Arr! I counted at least 10 Captain Jack Sparrows.
Oh, yeah. That's probably what if you ask the fairs, all the fairs around, that's probably one of the bigger weekends when they do a pirate weekend. It's amazing.
Okay. Okay. In your rules section, it mentions about your group being able to photograph, videotape, reproduce, etc. Are the guests allowed to film, photograph, etc. their experience?
Oh, sure, absolutely. Yeah, we encourage it for sure. Our rules are just stating that, because we do have photographers that walk around and take pictures, and we just make sure that everybody realizes that we could use those pictures, on our website or for promotional stuff.
Yep. Good. Oh, and actually, Agent Pepsi One wanted one more question, and I almost missed it. What is your favorite medieval movie?
Oh, wow. So The Princess Bride, of course, is one. I have to say, though, A Knight's Tale is my all-time favorite.
Okay. All right. Agent Pepsi One loved the movie Cutthroat Island. Found it much better than Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let me check something out here. Oh. And here's Snorta. Let's see. Snorta Poopus at a Ren Fair in the rubber Homan suit.
Ah, okay.
Is Oberst whatchamacallit? Who's a do? Okay. Agent Pepsi and Fet love A Knight's Tale. Snortopupus likes the Warlord with Charlton Heston. More historically accurate than most.
Yeah.
All right. Are there any more questions out there? So let's see. I'm waiting for her. Oh, there's another one. As any organization like this can always use, whoa, this is a very good question. As any organization like this can always use volunteers, what is your vetting process? Is it easy to volunteer? Free food, watching out for the animals of the pod to rush forward to. Well, thank you. Thank you, Legatus, for helping out the creatures at the pod.
There you go. So yes, we make it very easy to volunteer. You just have to reach out to us at volunteer@ravenwoodfair.us, and that's fair with an E. And our volunteer coordinator will get in touch with you, and you can discuss what it is you're interested in helping us out with. And yes, you get a meal per shift. You also get a T-shirt, and you get another ticket so that you can come back to Faire at another day on another day.
Okay.
We are always looking for volunteers.
Very, very cool. And Legatus, can you put the link to their site again so I can post it? That's the one thing with StreamYards. It goes all the way up, and I lose the link. Let's see. Good night, Agent Pepsi 1. Thank you for being here. See you Sunday. And there is the site, Ravenwood, Faire US.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Okay. Well, I think on this note, we will start wrapping things up.
Okay.
So we will do show notes.
Show notes with Mr. Show notes with Sandra too. Mr. Raymond, push the button.
All right, it is show notes, and as I have said over and over again this month, June is a very busy month. As you know, this Sunday I am on an away mission. Or this Saturday I am on an away mission. So, we will have Sunday, live, uncensored, unruly, unforgiven. Sunday, 5 p.m. or 4 p.m. here just cause. And so look forward to that. Let's see. We have a week from today, we will have the Dad Man Walking and Mrs. Dad Man Walking, the Dad Man clan, here for an interview to talk about their channels. the Saturday, the Saturday after, we will have our usual Just Cause shenanigans, madness, insanity. Aw, Snore, we're gonna miss you. I'll be at the theater watching The Two Towers on Sunday, so sadly I won't be there. Aw. So, and Sandra says Pod Raid on Pop Culture Breakdown. Link isn't set up yet. It'll be posted. If it's posted before the end, I'll put it on here. Legatus has one more question. Is any one of your subjects has unique names? Are they granted by the group or can they make up on their own? Ooh, that's a good question.
Well, they can make them up on their own. Of
Okay,
course,
so
they'll
they
have
don't
to
have
go through, through our artistic director and make sure it's appropriate or whatever. But yeah, you can make up your own.
Okay. All right, and there's the Pop Culture Breakdown link. And Snore, you don't have to cry. You're on all the time. So we shall see you next week. Don't be sad. Okay, and Snort says, take care, every human, dolphin, doggo, Dalek, ferret, eagle, hedgehog, and wood nymph. Oh, gotta take care of the wood nymphs.
There you go.
Yep. Okay, so let's see what else. Am I forgetting something? Oh, I know I must be forgetting something. Man, what is it I'm forgetting? Oh, yeah. The epic event of the millennium, or at least this month. PodCon! The meeting of the pod, the meeting of the minds. When King Dolphin TV invades Gettysburg, we will have Just Cuz live at the Lincoln Social Food Market, and the pod will be jamming from 7 to 9. Live music from the pod. We're either going to entertain or we will get thrown out. So look forward to PodCon 2024 at Gettysburg. If you thought the battle was bad enough, you haven't seen nothing yet because the pod is coming. June 22nd, the pod is coming. So, Snort is saying, I'd be tempted to adopt a name like Lord Standy Lickspittle. Most of my persona names are too hoity-toity. And you thought when the South invaded Gettysburg. Yes, I'm looking forward to PodCon. I can't wait. Lots of meeting of the minds. All right, so that is show notes. Unless I'm on a away mission, Just Cuz will be every Saturday, and
This segment is brought to you by thedolphinboys.com. It's time for show notes. It's time for show notes. It's time for show notes. With Mr. Raymond and Sandra too. It's time for show notes. Dun.
Tim says, over under, you'll all be banned from Gettysburg. Well, that might be the whole idea. All right. Well, that photo, my eyes, they burn. Well, you're lucky I didn't put the other one on. But we have a guest here, so. Well, Jill, this was wonderful. I really enjoyed this. I love Ren fairs, and it's always great to talk to people who are doing things like this for a good cause as well. So thank you very much for being here, and I hope to get you back on to maybe do some getting updates or on other shows.
Sounds good. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
You're most welcome. Now, let me thank the people who have visited here and make the chat. I'll make the chat what it is. We had Tim, FKHC 2005. We had Irina Price. And for those who have just joined us for the first time, please hit the like button. And also, please think about subscribing. And if you really like it, please put some ducats in the buckets to make this channel grow and so we can continue to provide fun for you guys. Thank you, Irina Price, the great Phantom Outsider, Polar Bear Baiter Extraordinaire. We had Phoenix Foxgem. Thank you for being here. We had Takeda Sig. Thank you for joining us for the first time. Hope you enjoyed this. Let's see. And we had Taylor Swift, Greater Than Disney, Doctor Who, and the MCU. And going to be adding some more names so it's longer than that town in Wales that I can't even think about pronouncing. All right. So, and now my amazing ranchers, the people that keep this, keep the channel safe, keep the channel fun, and asking a lot of amazing questions. Starting out with the first one in, the last one out, Legatus Legionai, Troublemaker. We had the lovely and talented Agent Pepsi 1. We had Dalek 451, the great Exterminator. We had the most dangerous man on YouTube, Fet for Hire, Meme Master Extraordinaire. And see, you call me out, I'm going to take that challenge, Pally boy. King Dolphin Rules. And then we had Pudgy Hedgehog Adventures. And finally, Snorter Poopas. Cooper. Dot Scream. Hashtag Roar. Great show. Hey, the crown looks good on me, I think. Yeah, he looks good. All right. So, and lastly, our producer, Sandra, producer extraordinaire. She continues to help me with the channel and indulges my insanity. And hello, Gary Ambrosia. Welcome. Hope you can catch the replay here. And glad you made it. And look forward to seeing you on Pop Culture Breakdown. So, she says, Raymond, Snort says, you're late, young man, and Raymond has lost it. Yeah, well, you know, when Pat makes a challenge, I've got to, I can't let it go untaken. Oh, you know, I will take that. I'll take that up. I do have a kill and I know how to use it. Gary Ambrosia says, hail you guys. All right. So I hope everybody had a great time tonight. I certainly did. Chill, you were absolutely amazing. Glad you visit. Please come back. Please come back. And I wish your foundation well, and I wish the fair has a lot of fun and enjoyment, and beat
Thank you.
Mount Hope. We ought to do that, you know. We ought to have competition, you know,
Right.
with the various fairs. I think you can beat Mount Hope.
One day. One day.
Well, thank you, Gary. Thank you, Raymond. You have such lovely ladies on your panel. Well, thank you. Let's see. So, wish I could say the same for our show. All we have is Andy. Well, you know. All right. Well, everybody, you have a King Dolphin TV and his scepter and his crown. Wish you all a great week. I hope it's safe. I hope you all have a great weekend. Don't forget, Fet for Hire is taking over my slot on Saturday because of my away mission. So please check him out and check it out. And you know, it'll be a great time. Snorta Poopa says, "Thank you, Jill. It was a great interview."
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Most welcome. Thank you. All right. Good night, everybody. And
Good
let's
night.
keep making waves.
This segment is brought to you by the